You can tell that it's winter in Australia now because not only is it really nipply, plants do not like being cut up. This is my Cebu blue that I did a few weeks ago, and even in greenhouse conditions, plants don't like being chopped up. I'm talking greenhouse conditions with like a heater, a humidifier, really good lighting, all of that stuff. You should not be propagating plants in winter, but hey, I've got to make the content, don't I? So I received a comment the other day, and I'll try and put it on the screen. I don't know how to do that, but I'll try and figure it out. Where they're basically saying that they want me to show more of the process or something along those lines, of like pulling the plants apart, because it's good for people who don't have that many plants and don't get to do it very often to watch other people do it. So like to live vicariously, basically. And I love that, and I've always said that that's what I want to be doing with my content, is that I want to show the whole process for every single plant that I have, where, you know, you see me grow it up a pole, I cut the pole in half, and then I propagate the bottom. Like today, I'm going to pull this apart off the pole, and then you'll see me cut it up, and then eventually I'll do a potting up video where you'll see me potting these Cebu blue cuttings into pots, so then you can go and buy them on the website. I hate propagating Cebu blue though. It always just sends out runners for me for some reason. Sometimes I'll get a good one, but it's usually runners, and it's just really annoying. But anyway, because it is Cebu blue, and in Australia this is a very common plant, I'm going to be very brutal, and I'm just going to rip it off the pole. Also with plants like Epipremnum, like this one, they get quite a lot of internodal roots. So behind this stem right here is so many roots that are like into this pole, and to get them all out is impossible, so I just rip them off. This is what I mean by internodal roots. See all of these little tiny itty bitty roots? They make it impossible to get this plant off the pole, so you've really just got to cut them off to get the plant off. Hell yeah. So because this plant has stopped producing leaves below this yellow one on this stem, and this leaf is yellow, I'm not going to be dealing with leafless nodes. I'm just not about that life. So I'm going to cut it all the way back up here where the last leaf was. So that'll give us some good nodes with leaves to work with. And I'm very brutal when it comes to plants like this that are really cheap and easy to grow, because they're going to be fine. But if it was a more expensive plant, or one that's a little bit more high maintenance, I would be pulling this pole apart, pulling all the moss out, and really being careful not to damage any of the roots. But for this plant, I do not care. So now I'm left with this little baby cutting and Big Mama. I have a feeling that the ones that have like yellow leaves probably won't propagate. They probably won't grow roots, but all of these little baby ones, absolutely, they're going to be popping off very soon. So keep your eyes peeled for when I pot these up.